Hello everyone and welcome to another match of Wacky Roulette 2 uh, in this early morning edition. Not so early morning, it's 10 AM Central. We have this Close Bracket Round 3 match between ChrisX3 and Nezuko-chan, and the match was supposed to start in Bangkok, which I guess it still holds true, but instead of the main mission we will have the source. Definitely one map where certain accidents can make it difficult. Oh yeah, this is the stream promote. I wasn't sure what the thing was about. Nice, 30 seconds until the start, and yeah, this despite the two great players, this is already losers bracket. Obviously, it's a very stacked bracket, so we'll have to see how. We'll have to see who can stay alive in this competition. Chris has lost to Yanni. That was, I don't think that was yesterday. I think that was the day before, or 3 days ago, maybe now. And Nezuko-chan started in LB1 after losing to Moo in round 2 of the winners bracket. But we have the spin now. Way back numbers of electrocution as kitchen staff and Sister Yildiz shotgun in the suit. So, good morning, Yanni. Hope you're feeling better. I think this would be the one bonus mission where I would have the least idea about how to isolate, because they seem to be pretty tough on loadout, and even if you make Oibek sick, he goes to Jeff's bathroom where there are the two NPCs, and he's followed by two more of his friends, so we'll have to see how that works out. Maybe Yildiz is some peekaboo into the side room or anything of the sort. Hey Daisy, no worries. If this match goes longer than an hour, then I will have to stop streaming, and we will have to stitch the two boats together and someone has to take over, but let's hope that this source is taken care of quickly, and then so is the rest of the match. And then there will be no worries, anything like that. But yeah, it's non-negotiable. I will have to leave either top of the hour or like 5 minutes past or 7. You have to see. Okay, so Nezuko starts with emetics on Yildiz.
Have a nice day.
And this is already the I was gonna say it's the planned part of the isolations, but it seems that no one is biting from inside the bathroom. But instead it's outside. Let's see, Yildiz is coming. How about any of her guards? Doesn't seem like there are any. KO on her. Unfortunately, Ragdoll could have been a problem, but looks set. And maybe she's safe for the rest of the spin. Doesn't seem like anyone cares about this shotgun. Thanks, Daisy. Let's hope the vote. Well, let's hope the cast is just a quick one, or the match is a quick one, but otherwise I appreciate the backup. Chris is 10 seconds behind in-game time-wise, a bit more in terms of planning, because Yildiz only just arrived. But this is gonna be the same isolations. Doesn't seem like anyone's going for this briefcase. Maybe the taser done?
Do me a favor and see what that's about, would you?
I hear you.
That's better now. 1 KO, 2 KO for Chris. And he can hide both of them if they want, but I guess no one's coming into this bathroom anymore, so in another sense it's fine. We'll see. One more electrocution to go, which I wouldn't have a good idea on how to do. Nezuko is trespassing here, and now he's being enforced by a lot of them. It looks like it will not be a remote isolation. This can be tricky. But with the briefcase, Nezuko puts that one guard into that preparation room before the showcase, for the fiery hands showcase or something like that. Looks okay. I don't really understand why Nezuko would abort this isolation. Mostly because he's losing a briefcase, which I think would be so important for the rest of the spin. But now Nabazov is in the kitchen, the door is open, and Nezuko can just barely sneak past. Double emetics. And I suppose that will be the room empty. I don't trust this sink for some reason. I don't think this really works in the main mission. Hopefully Nez won't be burned by this. Oh, wow. Nabazov calls it, or VIPs it, but the guard should be leaving, right? A bit more waiting, and then the door. Now the punch. Now I'm even less sure if that electrocution works, because it's a KO'd body. I don't see a puddle.
Excuse me?
Yeah, there was never any water nearby. It's gonna be a restart. And yeah, there's no way for Nezuko to do that spin anymore. Unless there's a car back there, which I don't know about. As far as Chris is concerned, he made Nabazov sick, who's now upstairs puking, but it's a lot of guards. And gets caught just passing, so after 6 minutes we have to see both of them restart. Nezuko with the unfortunate sink situation. And then Chris just got trespassing barely. I think if the door closed a bit quicker, then he would have been fine. I don't think there's any reason to send mail anyway, because, I mean, it's obvious for Nezuko as well that his one taser item just failed, so there's no extra info that we could give them. Oops, sorry. Alright, let's see these second attempts.
The Liberation Cult has installed itself in the southwest penthouse wing, and the exhibition is open to hotel guests.
Chris taking the...
To acquire your targets there.
Well, I guess it's keycards to your own suite, which I think is the only way to... Not the only way, but one of the two ways to bring a large weapon into the spin. I think the first half of the spin was very efficient by Nezuko, and Chris is wavered just as fine. Nezuko will speed it up with the same 2 KOs, and I presume that Chris will do the same. The chain doesn't seem to work. Now I'm either making this one up, but I think if one of them leave the bathroom, then both of them leave for good. I think that's what Nezuko tried to achieve. But to no avail.
That is Boybek Nabazov, self-declared teacher and cult leader.
Chris with the
His
seeker
second
shot
command won't be far off.
on Yildiz, and probably the same KOs.
Talking about. This is not some little wellness getaway. I have a horrible.
It's
Gonna
probably
be a
nothing,
bit
but
tight
you
for
know.
Chris. Maybe just 1 KO for now. Yep, Yildiz is right here. So, where will Jeff go? Ooh, some mirrors in this room, so could have been a problem, but works fine for Chris, and he will also get the first kill again.
Sister Yildiz eliminated.
Now it
Work 47.
I guess the
Nabazov is next.
safest way. I mean, it's just difficult to say if this bathroom is occupied at any point, but Chris will use this door and gets out safely, so now he gets to go for the kitchen staff. I guess he won't,
Oh no, I don't feel too good. I need the bathroom.
and gets 3 of them sick. That's gonna be a lot.
Let me help you without touching you.
This can be tough for the triple emetic, but this random NPC will be safe as Nezuko is got trespassing while he's bringing up the kitchen staff. Now I don't know if it's good or bad, but I don't think any of the other NPCs will reroute now. So it's Nabazov back to the... I guess it's a fountain?
I need a man here to check out some disturbances. I can't leave my post.
And Chris gets through to this area, but I think he will be seen. So I think he has to wait out the emetic timing, the 60 seconds, and after that he will be free to lure to this side room. At least I wouldn't KO, and it's already more than halfway down. And that might be the spin for Chris, because peekaboo for the exit disguise, it's quite smart. And who has ever used this sync in particular in any of the game modes, but I think we have reason to believe that this will be safe. But as long as Chris is not late for this throne distraction, which is perfectly in time. Wow, he calls it in.
Okay. Someone there?
But the second one is fine, so who was on the wrench? I don't know.
Hello? If anyone is there,
Oh, the chain lure didn't work.
getting kind of freaked out.
So that's Nabazov back, but looks like he will be followed by one of his guards.
Hey.
Okay, these types of lures are quite weird to me, but what's important is Chris got the KO. Doesn't seem to be anyone following the target. So now it's time to just put him in a puddle and leg it to the kitchen. And as far as I can see, it's a puddle. Taser's in the puddle, so it's all down to whether the puddle works, but should be fine. Chris is very paranoid about which guard follows Nabazov, but seems like it's not going to be the case for the rest of the spin. Chris will just have to make his way down to the kitchen. And I mean, he's not in the clear even after detonation. Ooh, trespassing area. But luckily, the hotel staff moves. I don't know if Chris has a throwable though. Yeah, well, okay, one more wrench and the letter opener. Target lockdown for Nezuko. We've missed a couple of minutes of his action, but looked like the suit shotgun for Yoldas. And it's a gun flash, which will bring Nabazov to that side room, maybe? I don't think they will move any further. Oh my god. Don't know if there's a reason to do that on Nezuko's end. Somehow he's not in combat. The red guns is a great question. It's not too promising, but looks like it doesn't really matter because Chris is like a couple seconds away from exiting. Not trespassing anymore. One more camera to throw at.
All targets eliminated, 47.
And Chris,
Contract
after
complete.
13 and a half minutes, takes the first map. Nezuko's The Source. Very nicely handled. I think accidents are always difficult on this map. I think any kill is difficult on this map with how these targets move with their guards. Chris says he almost got Bangkok synced. I mean, Nezuko did get Bangkok synced, just in a different way. So let's see what Chris's card will be, and of course Nezuko can counter after that. Unless there are cards changing the course of this match, then we will go to Paris as the second map. It's gonna type some info in the spreadsheet while we're waiting for the card. This is looking at his options. Obviously, each player can only have 7 cards or less. And with Chris not using a card on the first map, it's possible that he also still has 7. Which is a lot to think about, and there's a card that has been used. Chris is using Harbinger. Player can curate all kill methods for the next spin, and those kill methods can repeat. So it's a good reminder that Chris will be in knowledge of the kill conditions for this spin. Nezuko will not be, only when the spin is revealed. So there will be some tiny bit of DMing going on between Chris and Yanini, our match admin. And of course Nez has the chance to use his own card, mix up the map, make life more difficult for Chris, but I think the spin conditions would kinda depend on Nezuko's cards, so we are just waiting for Nez to choose a card. Still no cards by Nez. This is LB3. The winner will move on to LB4, unsurprisingly. And in that side of this bracket, there is still Alex Hiller, Mika, and Gregory in LB round 2 and 3. So it will be one of those 3 as Chris or Nezuko's next opponent. And if they win another match, they will be playing the loser of Channel Joy versus Moo. That's gonna be one of the final winner bracket matches to be played. And Nezuko ended up with a 2-for-1 deal, which means the next played card stays in Nezuko's hand, and that was Paparazzi. Player may exit with yellow guns. I don't think it's really the map to use it on, because there are only 3 relevant cameras in Paris, and I think there are only 3 cameras altogether in Paris. So what this will do for Nez is he can maybe make the tech crew start single second quicker. But as this is a buff and does not affect Chris's gameplay not one bit, then probably Chris will already have the ideas on what kill methods to use for this spin, and I'm really curious if this will be simple or hard, or they will be duplicates. It has to be RR legal. That's the only, well, in a way that they can replicate, but they have to be legal conditions. So no fire and no tento or anything like that. And because Paris is a straightforward map, no matter the kill conditions, the disguises are unaffected. So we will see 2 of the, I think 10 disguises in Paris. It's either 9 plus the suit or 10 plus the suit. Yes, I can check. It's 10 plus the suit, if I see it correctly. So obviously after these cards, Chris also has a decision on the kill conditions. What do you mean by... I mean, the card just means that Chris can choose 2 silent pistols. Like, it will just be used for this one map and the card goes off play, but the condition that Chris, or the spin that Chris can come up with can be 2 scissors or 2 next snaps or 2 electrocutions. Doesn't feel like broken unless we mean different things. Spin is live in 30 seconds. And I'm curious to see, didn't see fully what Chris' loadout was, but it was emetics and auction start, and then poison. So probably suit consume for Dahlia, and then something simple for, or consume for Dahlia, who knows which disguise. The spin is here, it is loud pistol as palace staff for Viktor Novikov and consume poison as tech crew for Dahlia Margolis. Chris will still press play, although these disguises will be a bit more difficult to handle. I think instead of the Seeker, it's more likely that Staircase ISO for Viktor as a second kill. We'll have to see that. But definitely, of course, the early advantage, as this card would suggest.
Everything will be fine.
And going back and forth about it, how will Chris get to a tech crew before 1 minute and 10 seconds? Maybe it's 120, sorry.
What?
Just gonna loop around and probably KO the one on top of the staircase. Bit of a whoosh potential, but Chris will get the non-chest passing disguise and then make his way to the tech crew for that first kill. And then Kurt has a loud pistol, so in that sense will be straightforward to get the second kill, and you can see that Chris doesn't have a loud pistol. Chris is on a bit of a waiting course, but will get the detonator. I think that's important and necessary, and maybe Chris can make his way to a palace staff so that he can immediately change. You see how the detonation works out in relation to the kill, as Nezuko has kind of done the same thing as Chris so far. 30 seconds difference in-game time-wise. And as we can see, Nez doesn't have to worry about the cameras. I guess for this spin, because it didn't necessarily... Oh wow. I mean, he did have a silence pistol, so just shooting the camera would have been the 1 second I thought about. There's Nezuko with the tech crew disguise. He almost purposefully went for the tougher one instead of on top of the staircase. But now Chris with the disguise. And I don't know how double down loud kills would work out, and I guess helipad loud kills. So that's gonna be difficult for Chris. If he can manage that, then of course that's the spin.
Quite the resume.
I assume it will be. Close the door. Okay, Chris will go for the safe option. Because of course, Victor will only get sick after the fireworks. And gets into target lockdown anyway. I think it's fair to restart. It's tough either way, but the problem was, yeah, it's gonna be changed to the durian. Of course, the important part is to, because now I see the strat, it's more about the emetics than the fireworks. So in that case, there's no real need to pick up the fireworks remote and just make Victor sick while he's downstairs. We go to some bathroom, but it's a lesser used area near the main staircase, but it's good enough for his loud kills, spell and stuff as well. Nice. Chat is waking up as well. Dinosaur Daisy, Yanni, Capybara, welcome everyone. Do the cards only apply to player whose names are there under? Unless specified directly that X spin is any % for both players or anything like that, then yeah, it's... Chris has used, like, the cards under their player names are from their perspective. So Nezuko's paparazzi means the player may exit with yellow guns, it's only for Nezuko, but most other cards have like opponent must do such and such, which of course means that it affects not the card player but the other one. Nezuko gets hunted by... I think it's the first Chang then, on the balcony. Oh, or you are seen changing disguises. It's that's tricky.
Well done, Victor Novikov is next.
So Chris with the consume poison kill down, and I didn't see, but it's probably no detonation then. No, I do hear detonation because I only have Chris's voice, Chris's audio. Gonna be the safe and sensible option here, even though it will take a bit longer. Chris with a huge dilemma, and he ends up isolating Victor first. Coin on the staircase. Couple bumps for Kurt so that it's a simple one. And Victor doesn't see. Maybe the second one? He's going for it. I think, yeah, he will have to do the safe approach and just distract Victor further in. Lots of great card ideas. Lockdown for Chris. But I think that's contained, especially with the tech crew already KO'd at the top of the stairs. So now it's down to just Chris to grab this disguise. Kurt has the loud pistol. And I can't think of any enforcers down in the basement. So that should be safe for Chris to exit, even though it will be panic. He doesn't need to hide any bodies. But Chris may go for safety. Which is, of course, also fair. Especially that we are now 7 minutes into the spin. Synchronized body dumpings. And there's the kill, still green guns for Chris. It was not super far away, but this is a tough situation because Kurt's body was seen. There's a finish by Chris, and unless there's something very quickly done about this on S side, and there won't be anything done on S side. I mean, this is a KO. Is that door? Obviously, it's a nice save and it's hunted anyways. It's 4 increase. Both players having used their one card here, or like one of their cards. We might be seeing a more vanilla Paris. Or a more vanilla next map, sorry. Because it was Paris, and now after we give it to ChrisX3, the next map should be Scale, but we will see if that's gonna change. Chris says he forgot the stupid Ivory Tower proxy Dahlia. Took so long to die. I didn't even kind of notice. I thought it would be 120-ish anyway, but maybe it was closer to 140. Chris is passing. And then it's down to Nezuko too. To try something, and it should be probably something good, because this is match point for Chris, and this is Nezuko's tournament life on the line. With a 2-for-1 deal, Nezuko still has the paparazzi card, but this also doesn't feel like a map where you would want to use paparazzi. So I'm curious if he has something stronger, probably mostly map cards if he used it on paparazzi. And Nezuko's with the Iron Stomach spin. Opponent cannot bring emetics. It would be a huge nerf for me, because I love the emetics strats, double emetics. Just being the seeker, but I guess instead of that, you can do what Chris has, silence pistol and a trank. And what's more important, probably than any other item, is the flash phone. So Chris may not bring emetics. Same scale spin for Nezuko. Should be quite straightforward. I think drowning would be the only spin that is straight up forbidden. Entertainer will be something that will be annoying for Chris, but there are ways to get him without an emetic. Chris is actually with the same thing process, is hoping that drown isn't possible.
That is Sophia Washington, chairwoman of the Ark Society, professional.
You could make them emeticless if you really want to force it. But yeah, it's getting into the trade. Do we actually want those skills? Like, it's possible, but definitely not fun. Yanni with the new card, Digital Detox. It's actually, I like it a lot. I think I wrote about something similar, and Chris just said, should just make the card description ChrisX3 instantly loses. But I think it is gonna get used more and more by players, and it will be more and more an effect, so Exactly, for Wacky 3 it should be a really fun card to use. But if you minimize the game, you're not seeing it on the stream either. But I mean, I can see, I see the vision, could be fun. But here's the spin: Zoe Washington, Loud Pistol, Barrier Robes, and TKO. Sophia Washington, Shotgun, and Castle Staff. Really simple Sophia, much more tricky Zoe, and I'd be tough pressed to find a Loud Pistol to steal, so if I can't think of any quickly, I would have to bring in the Striker as well as the NRAM. But will be a very quick spin, very quick first kill for Chris from Architect Start. Yeah, pesky technical details, but yeah, we'll get there for sure. Nezuko makes it on top of the keep. SMG in hand though. I thought it would be the pistol.
What was that sound?
But we'll see. I guess with enough of the... Oh, Nezuko's phone misses. So while he restarts, we can see Chris with the first kill. It's a silenced one, but can never trust the constant enough. Oh, Nezuko with a lockdown on Zoe to probably give him more time to catch her, and of course her route will be much slower now.
Nice work, 47.
Also, I can see why Nezuko brought the SMG obviously to open this door, but okay, we'll see how it works. One for the fuse box. Two Tranks and probably the chloroform still possible.
There we are, Mr. Janice.
And I think Chris just gonna have a lot of time to secure this disguise. I don't know where the Loud Pistol would be. I assume it's on some of the regular guards, but that will still be a challenge to get. Chris doesn't have as many sedatives, but can do this step by step. Oh, okay, just resetting the distraction to its original state. Chloroform should be 2 KOs if it's exactly in the middle. Oh, it's not. I think Chris will have to burn the egg.
Oh no! No!
But that's everyone down. Time to get the barrier ropes and probably, I don't know, I don't think Chris has the pistol. That's my one problem. I could be just oblivious to the fact that he has gotten it several minutes ago, but I guess it cannot be phone lure at this point. But he will be doing phone lure because I think that's gonna be the vehicle. Oh, going back and forth for this one. Nezuko with a soft lockdown on the phone, on the radio lure. It's a lot of panicking guards without the enforcer dot, so slightly easier at least.
You wanna have a look?
Crazy commotion on this side, and we have to restart. Chris takes the Loud Pistol, and the guard doesn't fall into the ocean, so that's good.
We're all set.
And now the music has been cued. think Chris is a bit too... Yeah, too early for this. Oh my god, what can Chris do in this case then? Juggling the disguises. I think there's some peekaboo possibilities remaining, but...
That is Zoe Washington.
Oh, it's gonna be the phone
chairwoman of
chain.
the Ark Society,
Man's
professional
best
press
friend,
reporter,
the
and
phone backup.
Providence operative. Quite a mouthful.
And Zoe's on the hook. And again. And then now it's just a regular phone chain. Very nicely done by Chris. I think he's one Cheng and allowed pistol shot away from finishing. Wants to throw the briefcase so that this one last guard isn't in the way, but Chris is dancing too much in the bushes and will be seen by the elite. And how about the regular? The regular will be turning back. This is not great. No clue. And it's red.
Both targets
Oh,
down.
unfortunate for
Impressive
Chris.
work, 47. And now,
6-minute run. So nicely saved, but just the very end didn't work out. Nezuko with the Sophia kill down. We can focus on his side for once. And I think he also looking for the barrier ropes later on in the spin. No more need for the covert and ram. Although, judging by the fact that he's at 2 minutes into the spin, maybe he has done something to the barrier rope guards. Yeah, definitely, because he's a raider and we can see all of these KOs down there. So it seems like Nezuko... depends, he can kinda be on time for Fondor. I don't see the regular guard, so... He's in a not so great position. I don't think he will be seeing that gun. Because it's in the push. Oh, he is seeing it. But I think he will be delivering it to the morgue, right?
one target down. Nice work, 47.
And that's KO.
Next up,
And the
Zoe
restart for
Washington.
Nezuko, because Zoe is an anti-KO kill. Unfortunate. Could have been definitely Nezuko's spin, but now Chris is in the lead.
There we are, Mr. Janice.
I think the way Chris is doing it...
Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd say
sorry, Yannick, I just confirmed that you mailed him.
with a final touch of makeup, your burial mask, and ceremonial.
Yeah, okay, thank you, yeah.
Oh, what you'll look like
Well, Nezuko is the player who...
my youth
Awesome.
calls
I think early in this tournament it was like Nezuko was missing something and he was DM'd by the admin, and then we could hear his reaction on stream, like, stop DMing me, and then it took like 5 DMs from the admin to react.
display you before your
But
fellow
luckily it was
bride.
quicker and better this time.
Can we? Miss
And unfortunate for Nez though.
I forget which.
Let's see for Chris. 2 guards down, the third one chloroformed, and that's Muriel as well. Gonna be dragging her out of the way, because there'll be some loud action closer. closer to this door, which is obviously already pried open. So yeah, back to Chris. I think the way he did the spin is definitely safe and sound. It was just bad timing on the harp, cueing the music and whatnot. Now the guard should be in a good cycle by making sure that he stops twice. So he will definitely stay there for the full, 20 seconds till he turns. Which means that if Chris drinks the lead and Black's the lead, same. We'll be searching, but I don't know what Chris will want from here. Oh, I see. The kill and hiding.
Both targets down.
Immediately.
Impressive work, 47. And now to confront the
I
constant.
don't know if that was...
Mr. Gray, what's your status?
Oh my god.
I'm at the helicopter, but the place is crawling with security. 47, you better bring the constant to the
Well,
harbor. It's less crowded. You can hijack one of the Archean boats.
it's gonna be awfully big gamble for Chris. Will they move closer to 47 or farther? They shouldn't route too much anyway.
Yes, that might just work. Search one of the twins. 47.
Now he has to hope for a lot of things. Oh boy. Oh, nice. For now. And he's not gonna be an enforcer any longer. I think Chris has gotten out. He the last guard will probably change.
Hello? Excuse
To
me.
where will he change?
Think you lost something?
There's not a closet in the morgue. Yeah. I couldn't have been sure either, because logic would say that he will not. I think there will be one more gun to be placed in the morgue or somewhere else. Probably not the morgue, but I guess we have to leg it just to be safe. This was quite a sketchy last couple of minutes, but he will exit with green guns. Well done, Chris. Definitely a scary one for him, but nicely managed, and it's gonna be a 6-0 sweep for him against Nezuko. Nezuko wasn't too much behind, but couple too many restarts in scale, or I guess the all 3 maps in particular. We have this match complete, and Chris is now in LB round 4 and will play either Alex Hiller or Mika, who is in their LB2 match, and they will be playing today, or Gregory, the one waiting on the winner of that match. And of course that was the end of Nezuko's tournament, but Nezuko defeated Cabin and then lost to Moo, defeated Peter Dutton and then Alf before losing to Chris. So it's a really full tournament with 5 matches. I don't think the winners bracket finalists will play 5 matches, because Scruffy has played 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is the grand final for the winner. So it's a busy tournament for Nez, but well played for him. Well played by him. And as I said, Alex Hiller versus Mika in 5 hours, and then the rest of the matches are not scheduled yet, but we are looking good on scheduling in terms of this tournament. 2 more weeks to go after today. So yeah, looks like apart from generic reactions from the players, cursing the spin, the gameplay, and the game, and anything like that, but it was a fun match, and well played, Chris, and GG's to both players. Thank you, Yanni, for adminning this so much. Very nice done, and thank you everyone for watching. Until next time, see you everyone.